And for the first time in a workplace, all 700 employees here have been given the chance to use the technology to become more efficient.
Joining us now to make his case is Scott Silverman. He's chairman and CEO of Applied Digital Solutions. That's the parent company of Microchip. And Mr. Silverman, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We're looking at this little chip right here. You brought some in with us, tiny little things. But what we heard yesterday was kind of scary. How do you react to that?
Well, Becky, thanks for having us back on the air. We appreciate that very much. And obviously the comments that were made yesterday is the reason that I'm sitting here today. As you know, Microchip has been approved by the FDA as a Class 2 medical device in order to identify high-risk patients in an emergency situation. It's elective, it's voluntary, and it is certainly critical to the evolution of information technology in healthcare, which we all know is archaic, the way healthcare is done today in emergency rooms and physicians' offices.
Do you hate it when you get to the office and then discover you left your ID at home? Well, one company in Sweden has come up with a unique way to make sure that doesn't happen. A microchip implant. NBC's Keir Simmons is in Stockholm this morning with more on that. Keir, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. You've seen it in the movies. A human being merges with a computer to become a so-called cyborg. Well, I have now had a computer chip inserted into my left hand. It cost around $300, and in a moment, in what will surely be a live television first, I'm going to open a door with my cyborg hand.
We're going to put a man inside a machine.
Okay, so they're not going to turn me into RoboCop, but here in Sweden, at this high-tech office block, they're going to inject a computer chip into my hand.
And this is the guy who's going to do it.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous.
Yeah. Yes. You don't have to be. It's not going to be that bad.
Really? Because that's a big needle. Okay. Cecilia Osterholm starts her day with this new technology. She swapped her keys for a chip in her hand that uses a radio signal to open doors.
You have a chip in your hand there?
That's right. It's been inserted there.
Right, so that's how do you open it? Just like that. So obviously what I really want to know is how much it hurts.
It does hurt a little bit, but it's like a basic vaccination shot, so it's not too bad.
Her office, Epicenter in Stockholm, connects big corporations like Microsoft with fast-growing companies. And for the first time in a workplace, all 700 employees here have been given the chance to use the technology to become more efficient.
So if you hold the phone against my chip, you will get my contact details.
Look at that's you.
Tonight now, in the not-so-distant future, you could be wearing all of your personal information, everything from your credit card numbers to your vital signs. It's called the tech tattoo.
So this is really going beyond what the fitness tracker is.
The latest bio-wearable looks like a circuit board that gets embedded onto your arm.
With the tech tattoo, you could carry all your information on your skin.
Information like your identification and your credit card numbers.
We carry wallets around, and they're so vulnerable.
Experts say the temporary tat will also be able to monitor your vitals. They're made with electroconductive ink that contains various sensors and, in some cases, tiny microchips. Cosmetic company L'Oreal is also getting in the action with a temporary tattoo that can track UV exposure and alert you if you're in danger of burning.
The future will let you leave your debit card at home. JP Morgan Chase is upgrading all their ATMs this year to let you withdraw money using your smartphone. Well, we've come a long way from saying I got to go tap Mac, haven't we?
It's one of hundreds of features brainstormed at the bank's Innovation Center in Columbus, Ohio. Some ideas, like a fingerprint scanner, got left on the cutting room floor, but others are being put into practice.
They want to be able to bank where they want, when they want, and how they want. And this machine is allowing us the flexibility to do so.
It's not just Chase customers. Bank of America is making its machines mobile friendly, and Citigroup's ATMs may soon scan your iris for identification. The upgrades over the years have made the machines more popular among customers than visiting a teller.
Entering the country at Kennedy Airport will now have their faces scanned.
All right, Fox 5's Jody Goldberg is live at JFK to show us how that new security technology works. Jody.
Derry, Steve, it's all in an effort to make air travel safer. This was first tested at Washington Dulles International Airport, and today's the first day the system is online at JFK. It's another tool to make sure U.S. Customs and Border Protection is keeping its citizens safe. Right now, there are 18 machines spread throughout 3 terminals at JFK. Officials say at least 500 people a day, chosen randomly, will be screened. And now the goal is to have facial comparison at all 5 international terminals here at the airport.
We've been congressionally mandated to verify the exit process, and this is a test to determine in this pedestrian environment, can we do that with this technology?
Digital technology offers the promise of intimacy, amusement, and even a longer life. With the ability to do billions of calculations in our pockets, it seems we've discovered a new dimension in which everything in our lives can be improved and tracked and then turned into money. But is convenience, profit, and surveillance the only use for these new powers?
We're a multimodal biometrics identification company. We've got the world's only patent on a handheld multimodal, which means fingerprint, iris, and facial device on smartphones or on tablets. It's installed in State Department of Corrections, sheriff's offices, and local police in 47 states. It's big.
For me, this is a form of governance by data. You might be a perfectly normal individual whose facial expression, for example, might indicate that you have some dangerous or suspicious thoughts.
Within 5 years or so, we're looking at a future where police forces would be able to identify who you are and where you are in the city and link it to a social networking page and to all of your friends.
Imagine technology that truly understands you and can adjust the ambience to your mood at that moment. Technology that lets you live your life without having to think about it, and just add something extra to the little things in life. Or the big ones. Enjoy the freedom. Revolutionary smart living.
Biometric tattoos are raising the bar in wearable technology, and here to fill us in on the who, what, where, when, and why is our very own Lionel of Lionel Media. Hello, sir. Can you tell us what direction is this going with the biometrics and the tattoos? These things aren't easy to take off. What's your opinion on them?
Eventually, what's happening is that we are being led bit by bit through, to use the Skinnerian term, from shaping through the successive approximation to ultimately having within our bodies an RFID chip that will be implanted that people will stand in line and in queues for to have, so that ultimately we will have in our bodies. Because what we're doing right now, Lindsay, is we're slowly moving towards that. We went from the desktop to the laptop to the phone to the watch, and now we're having little tattoos, little biometrics, all of them leading to the ultimate goal, and that is an RFID, a radio frequency identification or similar chip, to be placed subcutaneously. And that chip, Lindsay, will have everything about you there is. Your bank account, your GPS location, and you will do it. You will get one. Because after all, it will also have the siren call of medical information. And then one day, God forbid, not you, one day when people are found guilty of, let's say, crimes, they're not going to be put into the Hoosgow, the Pokey. No, their chip is going to be turned off and poof, they don't exist anymore. That's where all of this is going. Everything that's happening right now, think about this, it's not going to be because of the government forcing this on you. People will say, please, put this on, put this tat on, this UPC. I want to be a part of it.
Thanks to technology, we can go see our favorite deceased performers live. Starting in 2016, Dean Martin will launch a national tour starting in Las Vegas. And he's not the only one who's coming back from the grave. Hologram USA, the company behind Tupac's and Martin's performances, is also developing holograms. The realm of possibilities with holograms is huge, and the subject doesn't have to be deceased or a figment of our imagination either. Jimmy Kimmel has been using hologram technology to simultaneously host his show from Los Angeles and Nashville during the Country Music Awards in the past 2 years.
Beam me up, Andy. Here we go. I think I have to spin around for this to really, really work. Wow.
And in 2011, Mariah Carey performed a special Christmas concert in 5 different European locations at once. So maybe this means someone will create an NSYNC hologram and send it out on a national tour. I'm holding out hope on that one.
And then there's this story tonight. A new billboard along a Colorado interstate is raising eyebrows. Take a look at this. As you can see, the sign says, "Go ahead, skip church, just be good for goodness sake." A group called American Atheists put up the billboard. They insist the sign is not an attack on Christmas.
Heather Roten cried tears of joy when she first saw this memorial bench dedicated to her 16-month-old son Mason. It sat near the playground at Elkin Municipal Park, where Roten used to bring her sons every week.
They had a blast down here.
But the bench that was just put in on Saturday, 3 months after Mason's death, was removed on Monday.
One day we come down here with this beautiful bench, tears of joy, and now it's being taken away.
Her husband's former classmates from Elkin High School got the bench made and put it in, but were told by town officials that it couldn't stay because of this Bible verse from Psalms 127.
All right, Brian, a Madison-based organization is filing a complaint against a Northern Illinois high school football team over a photo of a coach leading his team in prayer.
Now, the latest event happened in Naperville, Illinois. A photographer actually captured this photo of the Naperville Central High School football players before a November game.
They fire a high school coach because he prays with his team before and after the games. Yet the NFL and everybody else this weekend says, let's moment of silence. Let's pray for the victims. And you're talking about if you're not going to allow all prayer, then how could you allow some prayer?
Exactly. I just think it speaks to the hypocrisy that we're seeing. It's crazy to me that this man who's a football coach has a right to come in after the game to pray, and he's suspended. But yet when tragedies happen, when these horrible things happen, when someone is ill, when it's something that's out of our control, we always feel like we have the need to go to a higher power and pray. All I'm saying is that, look, we have to choose. Is God the God who we look to for comfort during tragedies? Is he the God who can control all those things? Or is he the God that we don't even trust with our daily lives and allow someone to pray?